That is the Bruno. Can use the Purify, has the Has Claws to sustain, and you're not only losing the lane per se.
All right, with the Bruno pick now in the hands of Kelra, with the Purify as well, will it be enough to deny the escapades of Geek Fam as they look to find the formula to break down the domination of the Sky Kings? Can the Kingslayers once again live up to their name, or will Onic find this game number 2 clean sweeping Geek?
Here we go, Keyboy on a Marcel. So once again, Geek Fam, the first few minutes, it looks pretty mighty fine. The laning is fine. You know, when they have the opportunity to catch Onic off guard, they take it. So they're not short of confidence. It's about when is the time to use that confidence.
So timing, decision making.
Yeah, everything.
Okay, Kenziski's doing quite well as well in the lane here. Kelra gets poked a lot here in the gold lane, so definitely a winning lane right now as we're seeing it. As we switch back into the mid lane, San's not having the greatest of times. Very difficult for him to look for a way to clear the wave. So unfortunately, he's going to have to play it really safe and calculated. Not going to be able to roam around early for Onic this time around.
Oh, Kenziski actually going back and recalling. Missed out on a single minion, but I guess that's a good idea. It's only a single minion. It's not a gold card either. Just want to play it as safely as possible because he is the weak side, right? He doesn't want to get punished when Onic is fighting on the other side of the court.
We're taking a look at the emblems now by Bayou as well. Anything out of the ordinary?
Oh, it's Inspire for Kenziski. You don't really see that very often. Usually, if you play a Claude, if you want to be a bit more impactful in a team fight, you take the attack speed boost or the thrill if you want to lane. But it's not both, it's Inspire, so you expect to get jumped on a lot, and that's why he wants to have the BMI as much as possible.
And we're also expecting Geek to play very aggressively as well with the choices of emblems here. Keyboy, will it be enough? He doesn't have level 4 just yet. It should be a turtle for Geek.
Let's see, look though. Oh, almost burst it down. That's a great dog break by Marcel. Karina create dominance. Sans now stuck! That's a great crowd control again by Marcel. First blood for Geek Fam, and Ludpi is stuck. That's a quick double for that Phobius.
A huge win for Geek in the first few minutes of the game. Going to be able to get the first neutral objective of the game and take 2 members of Onic down. Nazara will officially take that turtle. A 1,100 gold lead for Geek.
Feels like a deja vu because Marcel was, whoa, look at the shoulder bash all the way to the jungle. It looks like Nazara wants to steal this one. Kyrie is not available, or he's on the other side of the map. This should be an easy one for Geek. But yeah, looks like it's a deja vu of what happened in the game before, at least in terms of like the Marcel brilliance in the first few minutes. That was all Marcel with Dark Wave combo, with how much he's dealing damage and sustaining at the same time with the Phobius. This is how you play Phobius in objective fights, and Geek is utilizing that to the fullest.
Absolutely. In terms of audience prediction, though, it looks like still heavily favoring Onic by 87%. This is the audience prediction by GoPay. Don't forget to pull out your predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, Beloyski goes in for a kill, perhaps?
There's a screen. He will commit the Tsunami Slam, though. But now with the Steed, Beloyski no flicker. Wow, great abuse there on that info. That's going to be the Blazing Duet from Kenzie. Not enough damage, but that's going to be the golden hour.
Wow.
Perfectly timed by Keyboy, just creating space for Onic players.
Great cover from Keyboy. I'm not really sure what the idea was for Beloyski. Was he there just to screen or not? If so, he went in quite deep. Because obviously if he wanted to go in for that kill, Kenziski would have used the ultimate earlier, the Blazing Duet earlier, but he also saved that for later on. So, I don't know. It feels like iffy. Do they want to go for this now?
Uh-oh. That's going to be the BMI covered, but all 5 players are still up here.
Yeah. It's all fine and dandy for Kara once he gets the Has Claws.
Yeah.
Even the Harley cannot just burst down through the Bruno just yet, unless he gets the first few items or a second item. But with the Has Claws, you can just hit minions. No anti-Bane, no anti-hit at all from the Harley. And that way you can just sustain and makes yourself unavailable for Geek Fam to burst. And now second objective fight, this should be going towards Geek again unless Keyboy makes a huge play with the golden hour.
Will he be able to? Nazara is 2 levels ahead. It looks like Keyboy's still screening. Lutfi's also in the area. Keyboy actually goes for the ult.
That's going to be the turtle for the side of Geek Fam, no problem. As top side, Kyrie is in the top side area. That's going to be a structure though for Onic. And as long as Kelra is untouched and deathless, all is good. Lutfi now heavily pressured, very low, with the amount of DPS and firepower that was thrown at him. Finally, he gets taken down. So that's a structure for a structure eventually, but Geek Fam, they get the turtle and the kill.
Yeah. It's a cheeky combo, the Kimi and also the Harley. You have a built-in Shred in your kit, and also the Genius one just elevates Kimi's potential by a lot. And the Kimi doesn't really need to build the Genius one because Harley's gonna be the one who's proccing the Shred. And that way, anyone in the front line, even Lutfi, is gonna be available.
He flickered!
Oh, that's gonna be the flicker coming in! Wow! The trap from Onic caught a boy off guard.
But what was it for, right? I mean, technically there aren't any objectives on the map. Was it just to get a pick in general? Sans flickered and Tsunami slammed for that. So there were a lot of resources built and taken away. Kenzizi gets a turret in the top side as compensation.
I mean, at the end of the day, a kill is a kill, so you have to take what's available. And also, this is a scaling hero. Anything that delays the Kimi from getting her full potential is a plus point for Onic. And Kibo, look at the damage!
That's a lot of DPS and burst all into one. The Marcel Keyboy will be taken down.
What's the cooldown on the golden hour?
A lot. Not sure exactly how much, but probably around 40-50 seconds.
So if he knew that, why did he ult anyway? Beloisi goes in for the kill.
That is going to be the mid turret taken down. Geek Fam controlling the map, dictating the tempo, and Onic.
Conceal, conceal.
That's going to be Conceal popping in from the side of Onic. That's Tsunami Slam afterwards. Sans! Take a look at Kenzie with the blazing duet. Finding Sans. Lutfi almost taken down as that's going to be Geek Fam diving under the turret. Is this the right call? Marcel taken down because of the damage turret. No! He juggled the damage turret.
Holy!
And Marcel gets a quick double.
Only Kyrie is left standing. Everyone from the side of Onic have been taken down. Geek are taking back control that was lost in game number 1. It's a 5,000 gold lead for Geek as they're looking to take down more. Sheffin, break that down for us.
That was all Marcel, man. He zoned out 3 members. I think 3 damage dealers from Onic at the same time, and no one was able to get through Geek Fam's composition that way. And not only that, I already thought that, oh, Marcel, that was a great job zoning out 3 members. They still go for it. They still dive into the second tier tower. I thought Marcel's gonna get punished and getting killed under the turret, but no! He survives even with more HP before he dives. What the heck?
And that's why perhaps they went in for this kind of composition, right? There's so much damage that can come through. Kenziski, a boy as well, is doing the damage. And not to mention Nazara's early poke. He's so annoying. Look at that. Look at that poke onto Lutfi of all people. That's how much damage he's doing onto the main frontliner of Onic.
Look at that, yeah. You can see the damage Lutfi. I think he's itemizing towards... Oh, already has the Radiant Armor, actually.
And still
So-
that much pen?
Yeah, the glowing or the Genius one just does that much work, especially the Lightning Crunch. And also, I expect Nazara to build towards the Glaive after this, knowing that most of the target that he's gonna go for is the frontliner, right? He's gonna work with what Beloyski offers him to the team.
So now the question remains, is it geekable for Onic? Can Onic come back from this 5,000 gold deficit?
I mean, I'm willing to guess that Sheffin's migraines right now they're gone.
No, really. It's already hurting from the start before the game, Ogani. Oh no!
Oh, that's gonna be utilized here. All 3 members caught in the golden hour, and Onic will have time to disengage. Ooh, crash and falls. A boy finds and smells blood. Finds Sans there, who is currently sitting at a 1-3 stat.
Very rarely do we see a mistake
Yeah.
like that from Sans. But when it lands, that's the opportunity for Geek to go for the engage. Despite the disengage coming in from Keyboy, Sans gets taken down. Keyboy is still moving quite aggressively. Beloyski goes in for the kill.
That's the Tsunami Slam on towards Lutpi, still able to duke it out. Dark Wave though will
And
close the
Geek
gap! Geek Fam finds a connection as Marcel now isolated, actually a little bit too deep there. But that's still a trade. Lutpi for Marcel.
It is a trade, but remember, they have Alert on the way. Had they stayed a little bit more patient, perhaps they might have been able to extract a little bit more out of this Lord. 7,000 gold lead, still 4 members up. Kenziski doesn't have his ultimate just yet.
Wow, let's see here. That's a milestone though for Kyrie. 1,500 or
Oh my
500.
God.
That's Sans again, deleted. Golden hour caught. 2 members to delay again. Beloyski now will be the trade. Kai takes a lot of damage, still able to get out. Mackenzie finds the angle with a blazing duet. And down goes Kelra and Lutpi all together.
Is this Sans? I'm not sure. 2 times by now. 2 missed Tsunami Slam by Sans as he got punished immediately by Beloyski. Not the greatest game so far. Beloyski, or like Keyboy, look at that.
Oh, the damage. Oh, perfectly timed. That's going to be the minion.
Hold on.
Trying to be cleared. Tauntau's Kai trying to be the duet that they are. Trying to defend. Marcel holding on his team together. But that's still a top turret taken out. That's the far lane, ladies and gentlemen.
It's still super worth it for Geek.
Yeah, especially the far lane is gone now. They still have their inhibitor and also the second tier turret intact. So the far lane control is easier for Geek, despite them not really having a single good lane clear that can be safe in the far lane. Maybe Beloyski has to play a chaperone for his teammates to be able to clear those. But we'll see. Geek Fam is definitely on a pretty good situation, a really good situation right now. 8K gold lead, and Kenziski is starting to hit against Lutpi, and so far he only has that warrior boots and steel leg plates on his way towards the chastised cauldron. The perfect item. Oh, look at Beloyski!
That's a flank. That's going to be 1 member taken out. Kenzie with the blazing duet immobilized for a bit. But that's Nazara finding the burst damage on towards Sans. Down goes the pairing. Now Geek Fam, they move on towards the mid lane. Kyrie trying to deal damage, but that's the structure. Will fall! Geek Fam, they move as a unit in game number 2. And take a look at the outcome. 1 by 1, members of Onic falls. And Geek Fam, they manage to wipe Onic out as they will take game 2.
One step closer to living up to the Kingslayer's name. Geek come back in such